What's going on? It's your boy Cass. Welcome back to another episode on The One Podcast. And today we got a special guest in the building, man. And I just want to slow it down for y'all because it's not only just a special guest. Mainly on the podcast, we had a lot of young, upcoming artists, and just trying to see exactly what their story's about. But today, man, it's just an honor to have an OG in the building. And if y'all don't know him, his name is OG Holla. What's going on with you, brother?
Good
to have you in the building. Good to have you in the building.
Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The pleasure is all mine. But for the people who don't know Holla, right?
Yes, sir.
Who is Holla?
I'm a city nigga with country ways, man. I was born in Patterson, New Jersey.
Okay, shout out to Patterson. We see you.
My father and mother, they both moved up there. They both originally from Lake City and Florence.
Okay, so they're from the South.
They're from the South. They both moved up there once they finished. Well, they got their teens, so both of them, they didn't know each other while they was here. She was from Florence, my father from Lake City. They met each other while they was up there. Boom. I was conceived in Jersey.
Okay.
The streets got too rough. My father felt like we had to move down here.
At what age? What age y'all moved back?
I moved here, 98. I was 11. My first grade here was 6th grade.
I was 3.
I was in 6th grade when I moved in here. And ever since then, we went back and forth, visiting, back and forth. So we stayed in tune and stayed in touch with our natural roots. But little did they know, it wasn't really nothing different here. It was slower. We was faster.
Right, so y'all brought that speed down.
We brought that speed here, and
now we set y'all pace.
that was at our pace.
Yeah, y'all control the tempo.
And we controlled the temperature, like all the way. The temperature was, you knew. When me and my brother, wherever we was, the temperature was controlled around us some way, somehow.
All right, so growing up, you sound like you had your mom and your dad.
Yeah, I had both parents.
Like, what job did they work like?
My mother, when she was up north, she worked at St. Joe's Hospital. Okay. My father, he was an auto mechanic, so he made good money. My mother, she was part-time, but my father, he was a breadwinner.
So would you say like your upbringing, you would say you had it better than most?
I'm gonna say we was average. We wasn't rich.
So y'all was middle class.
We was middle class. You know what I'm saying? So what? But let me take a way to put it. We were living in a 2-bedroom apartment. It was 4 kids. 2-bedroom apartment. It was 3 boys, 1 girl. So my sister, she was young. So
you the oldest?
Nah, I am. Let me correct myself. With my mother and father, it's 4 kids. Okay. But my father has 7 kids. Okay. So in that household, it was only 4 of us in a 2-bedroom apartment.
Gotcha.
My sister was young when we was in a 2-bedroom apartment. We finally moved around the corner from East 22nd and East 23rd into a 9-bedroom house. Okay. So when we moved around the corner to a 9-bedroom house, they're supposed to buy
9-bedroom house?
9-bedroom house, 3 floors.
It was lit. What year that is?
This is 97.
That's 97. So y'all living good. 9-bedroom house, 3 floors. I ain't never even been in a 9-bedroom house till this day.
We living great. So we had an attic where me and my brothers, we stayed in the attic. My mother and my sister on the 1st floor. We had a whole basement down there. What ended up happening was the lady, she was selling the house to my parents, but she wanted to come back. She ended up double back, and she wanted to sell it to her daughter. So now we had to move.
So was it on a situation where y'all was already paying money towards the house?
And in the middle of paying the money to the house, my father, he decided that living in Jersey was too high.
The taxes, up to this day, the cost of living in Jersey is a lot higher. And you take your money from up north and you come down south, you're going to see a big difference.
It's a big difference. So
big difference.
We went from living in that 9-bedroom house to my mother ended up moving to 100 Hospital Plaza by St. Joe's with her job. So we was in a studio apartment, one bedroom studio apartment. My mother and 4 kids and my sister. So we sleeping on a pull-out couch. My father, he moved down south, so he came down here to get right. When he finally felt like he got right and he ended up buying a house down here, he sent for the boys. So the 3 boys, we moved down here. And we had to move down here because we was already up there terrorizing, fighting, stealing food stamps, jumping people, running the streets, and he knew he couldn't control us by being here.
Was that like after the fact y'all moved out the house, you started acting up, or?
Yeah, it was more so. It was more so of not having your father, not having that male.
You ain't there right now. I'm pretty much. I feel like I'm grown. I'm gonna do what I want.
Yeah,
I got access to it.
You got access to it. Your mother at work now. She want to work part time now. She full time. Your older brother, he in high school, so he.
At this point, you're a grown man.
Basically, I'm grown. I'm grown, surviving. I'm 12, so to me, I'm grown. But
were you smoking by then?
Nah, I didn't start smoking honestly till this year.
What? So you ain't start smoking, you ain't got high for the first time till this year, 2021?
I did not get high until I became an entrepreneur.
That's what's up. We're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about that in a little minute. But first, we got to get to know this man and how, before we get to the entrepreneur. That's the beauty of it. It don't happen overnight, number one. And people always think you born in it. No, you don't born in it. You understand? It takes hard work. It takes loss. It takes lessons. It takes learning. Learning from those lessons, because at the end of the day, if you don't learn from those lessons, what's the point? What's the point? If you don't learn from the lessons that you don't been through, ain't no point. And you feel like you're stuck in life and you wonder why you ain't going nowhere, because you ain't learning from your lessons. Pay attention. But at the end of the day, we're going to get back to the entrepreneur. But back to your story, man. So pretty much yours in a 9-bedroom house.
9-bedroom house. Moved to a studio apartment.
Moved to a studio apartment.
$1,500 a month.
15.
Studio bedroom apartment. 4 kids, mother, she worked in St. Joe's Hospital. So we were going to the Boys and Girls Club. At the time, we was boxing, but we was taking boxing and really applying it in the street. Okay.
And that's the thing. My mom, check this out. I used to fight a lot growing up, right? I'm talking about I used to fight a lot. I can't count how many times I fought. And I'm telling you, ask anybody who grew up with me, went to school with me, they can tell you everything, right?
Gotcha.
My father said, hey, put him in martial art. He's going to teach him discipline. My mom said no. He already fought into me. My mom said no. He ain't going no martial art. My father was like, if you put him in martial art, he will teach him discipline and he don't have to fight. My mom ain't put me in no martial art. I was fighting too much. And I was nice with the hands. But continue.
What you saying, I have you saying that. Like my father, he used to box. Mm-hmm. He boxed for Hurricane Carter.
Oh wow.
So if you ever seen a Denzel movie, and you know about the whole story with Hurricane Carter, before he became champion, they locked him up for a murder he didn't commit. My father was supposed to have went down with him, but he got away from it, and they got Hurricane Carter. So in our household, boxing was already a tradition because of my father, my brother. So we was already into boxing, but they didn't know that growing up there, you walking to school. There ain't no buses. You ain't taking the bus.
Most times, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you walking the block. So yeah, we living on East 22nd, but we between 7th and 8th Ave. But our school down there on 5th Ave. So the boxing gym on 5th Ave on one end on 28th, but the school down there on 24th. So we go to school 18. So you got to walk to school. So when you walk to school, you passing blocks with people who don't like you.
Exactly. And you know, so that's every day too.
So you dealing with Puerto Ricans, Dominicans. You got the essays. You got the MS-13s. You got the other schools. You got the other public schools up the street. So it used to be school fights with school 21 to fight 18. Like you walking out the school, you got to fight. Right. So at a young age, you 8 years old, like you got to fight. Like it ain't no. Nah, I don't want to fight. Nah, you have to fight. You got to fight. So that was just growing up.
And a lot of people want to have that understanding to be in that position where when you're fighting, it's a whole nother side of it. You know, sometimes it's straight instinct because you're doing everything to survive. You know what I mean? You're making movements, you don't even know how you're making movements you literally have a sixth sense that kicks in. But fight, man. So you started fighting pretty much at a young age because you ain't had no choice.
You had no choice.
You ain't had no choice, right?
I had no choice.
So, but boxing was a part of the family. And you started boxing, but you also started applying that to the street. So you being not just in the street, but you was nice with them hands. So you have an upper edge on anybody else because you got to cut.
But this the thing. This make me crazier. In the city, it's not like Florence is one boxing gym in Florence.
Right.
in Patterson, it's multiple boxing schools. So it ain't like you the only one that know how to fight. Everybody know how to fight. So it ain't like you the only one that fight. So now it's like, yo, yeah, you boxing over here in the Fifth Ave gym. He in Silk City. He over there. Like, so it's like you got multiple gyms.
That's a different type of fight now.
There you go.
That's a different type of competition.
There you go. So,
and you're talking about somebody who probably don't have experience, who don't bend down, who that ain't nothing. They got to the point where fighting you was getting nervous. To fight, I'm happy.
So we used to fight. I'm talking about every day. It was 1 year in school. I'll never forget it. I'm Sergeant Sopo. That was my teacher.
Shout out to you.
I got in trouble every single week. Me and this one dude fought every single week. It's like you just crackhead. Like weed to a kid, it's crack.
Right.
It ain't weed, it's crack. Like a lot of people really. It's different, but it's like nah, you crackhead, you smoking weed. Right. So you're not looking at it like that when you're a kid. But it was more so we don't drink after each other. Like you'll never see me hitting a bottle with somebody. You gotta pour me a cup.
Fair, that's what
you know what I'm saying? Like you like it's certain stuff. Like a lot of people like I know alcohol kills germs, but we was raised to where we don't drink after our father. My kids don't drink after me. They don't eat after me. We don't do it. But it's being in the city, you learn about germs different than being in the South.
Right.
And up there, like when I'm up there, we gonna fight in our sneakers. I came down here, my first fight, this motherfucker took off his shoes. Like, what the fuck you doing?
Better grip.
What the fuck you doing? Like, bro, like put some fucking shoes on. Like this motherfucker in the grass and socks. Like, but it just shows you the difference.
Now you got to take the whole socks, man. The toes got to get into the ground.
There you go.
You got to sink in. You know what I mean?
And with boxing is a good conditioning. It's a good conditioning for you.
Right.
But it
People don't understand
until,
that.
It wasn't until I took Taekwondo where I understood it.
Okay.
So like when you saying like what your father was saying, put your martial arts,
right.
I understand him now that I'm older. It's a self-defense.
Right.
Meaning you don't want to fight.
Exactly, because you know what you're capable of. He always say you know what you're capable of. My father was black belt. And so he understood that.
He understood it. You know what I'm saying? So in Taekwondo, they literally teach you how to fight like this. So you fight like this, like this. I don't want no problem. You know what I'm saying? So basically, when somebody come to react, you basically boom. But you getting them, but you looking like, nah, I'm a punk, nah, bro. I don't want no problem. But you waiting for them, really. Like, come on, I just And then you got them. So like when you understand techniques like that, so just going through that right there, it taught me a lot on that side of it. But it wasn't until we got down south. My father tried to get us from up north down south thinking we was going to get into the streets. But really up there, we were still kids. Money wasn't really our concern. Right. We didn't think about no money. We didn't think about no bills. So we didn't think about that shit.
Y'all kid, take your time, children.
Yeah, take
your time. You know what I mean? Because when I was a young girl, I couldn't wait to be grown. When I'm grown, man, I realized how beautiful it is to be a kid, and school days are your best days. So continue, brother. Continue.
So boom. So when we got down south, this was the difference. I was always like I told you, it wasn't the low class, it wasn't the high class, it was the middle. My first pair of sneakers was a pair of Jordan booties. That's 86. So that means I've been on to Jordan. So like if you catch me, 98% of the time I got a new pair of Jordans. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just me to this day. So moving from there to here, we can't walk to the store no more. The fucking store damn near a mile.
Right.
I don't see one when you're in Jersey. You got all these fucking buildings around you, but
the mile in the woods and them, but straight woods.
And then you hearing dares and all these fucked up sounds in the woods, like so it makes you look at things differently. So
you want to get home before the sun go down. Yeah.
Well, I don't want to be outside with these ain't no street lights. Up there you got street lights, so that showed me something. But when we moved south, and I remember going back to school in the 6th grade, my mother used to always be the one on fashion. My father, he old head from Lake City. This motherfucker wants to wear free Japs and fucking Walmart shoes. That was just him. I remember him giving my mother $40 to get us a pair of shoes. Like, bro, that ain't gonna do shit for us. So we got down here, my first pair of shoes to go back to school 6th grade here. He called up a fucking bootlegger back in '98. This motherfucker come to the house with a box of shoes. $20. Oh, that fucking bootlegger. Like, what the fuck am I doing with them? So the bootlegger.
The bootleggers, man. Shout out to the bootleggers, man.
It's 98.
Everybody got a hustle, man.
It's fucking like 98. Like, this shit goes back. Like,
I remember one time I got some fucking 13s. It was the Blue Johns. I forgot which one it was. The 13s. When I put my foot in the shit, bro, it felt like nothing but cardboard. I was like, what the fuck? Ain't no cushion in it. I'm like, I get my man like, yo, them shit's fake. I was like, yeah, bro, that's in the business. I'm like, oh my fucking god, you ain't gonna tell me that shit, man. Like,
but see, you got away better, cause at least your bootlegs was Jordans. My bootlegs was some fucking. It wasn't even forces. The shit was like some running Nike, some bullshit. It was some other shit. Like, what the fuck is this? Yo, my first day of school, I swear to God, I cried before I went to school. Like, bro, I ain't used to this. I want some Jordans. Like, I'm used to the Jordans. I got some fucked up Nikes, but
nigga, your ass was spoiled.
I was spoiled as fuck. I didn't realize at the time. You know what I'm saying? So when I went to school and I get in class, I swear to God, in the class, I tell you, like, you can ask me to this day, 6th grade, Miss Jones, Dewey Carter. Yo, kids have worse shoes than me.
Exactly.
So it was a reality check. Like, yo, to me, my shoes fucked up.
But they don't even know what Jordan is.
But these motherfuckers' parents ain't gonna look at a pair of fucking Jordans. My brother came down here like a week later, bought me the brand new Jordans. So now I'm in school, I'm the shit now. You can't tell me shit.
And you the new kid?
I'm the new kid. I'm light skinned, curly hair. Man, I think I'm fucking Rico Suave out this motherfucker.
From New York.
Yeah, I'm taking all these motherfuckers, girls. I'm talking about, look, I ain't humping and I ain't get no pussy or nothing. I'm tongue kissing all y'all bitches. Like, I'm getting that shit. Like, that's what
back in the we call that a
lie.
Man,
I have them all. I'm talking about, look, I had it. But I was broke as shit. These little motherfuckers had little goddamn money from goddamn, they cutting grass. These little country motherfuckers been cutting grass.
That's one thing about growing up, like, without having a lot, you gotta know how to, whether it's your resources, whether it's fishing, farming.
These fuckers was selling fish.
Telling you.
6th grade, you fucking selling fish, bro. Y'all got it hard.
I'm telling you.
No, I ain't fucking selling no fucking fish. I don't want to touch that motherfucker. You selling fish like,
you couldn't scale the fishing good out. Rake the gills out and scale it out. You know what I mean?
6th fucking grade.
Season it up, you know.
Strong.
So some flour.
So now I'm getting the girls. I got cool with a couple niggas. So when I got cool with a couple niggas, I didn't realize the niggas I was getting cool with, they were Southern thugs.
Okay.
Being from up north, it's fucked up that people think like that, but people you automatically think so street shit down here.
So what is a Southern thug?
There's somebody from the South that's a thug.
Okay.
I mean, like, ain't really no different thug.
But like, would you say like the mindset on money is different? Like they don't. Nah.
The thought process of a northerner would think a southern person's slower, which in some cases they are. In some cases they are. In some cases, like you, not in all. Because in some cases also, you slower than these motherfuckers. Exactly. So it plays hand in hand. It just counts on what it is. Like the drugs, certain drugs was already up there. Certain drugs wasn't here. I'm thinking like, I don't want to say, heroin just got down here, honestly, recently. I can't put a year on it, but
recent.
Heroin been around me when I was a fucking damn 5-year-old kid up there. You know what I'm saying?
Like, opiates,
you know what I'm saying? Like I've been seeing that, like I've been seeing it there, so that's just showing me like the difference in when they say it's slow. Like, so that's
we had the coca plants, but y'all had the opiates coming
through. You know what I'm saying? So you see shit like that, so boom. At this time, I'm hanging around the thugs, they still in bikes. But now, don't forget, I live with my mother and father. Well, at the time, my mother's still up north. Right. My mother ain't moved out here yet. My father was strict as shit. He used to whoop our ass. Right. And my father, because he knew we could fight, that he was fucked up for this, now that I think about it. Now that he knew we could fight, he wouldn't beat us on the belt with a belt on our ass. We wouldn't get people. It made us really get introduced to the South. I got in trouble. Don't forget now, I'm telling you, I used to fight every day, every week up there. So I came down here on the same bullshit. I want to be the class clown. I'm getting girls.
Right.
I'm about to have these classmates fucking laughing. I got in trouble. And she sent me to the office. Me coming from up north, I go to the office up there. I got in so much fucking trouble. They made me sit down in the office all day. I never knew what detention was.
Right.
Detention was different. Detention wasn't the same as ISS and OSS here. Bro, we never seen that overnight suspension. Like, that was some dumb shit. Like, so what happened was, these motherfuckers sent me to the office. I'll never forget it. I swear to God, something. Sent me to the office. And the principal, for what I did, I really can't remember exactly what it was I did. I did some bullshit for a kid. But the principal told us he was gonna beat us. Listen, I'm a city kid.
Do they whoop your ass up now?
No.
Oh shit.
You say no.
I came down here and we already on some shit to where we're raised up there to where if one fight, all fight. My own uncles and aunts couldn't do it. So if my father's brothers and sisters and my mother's brothers and sisters couldn't hit us.
You think I'm gonna let this principal
You
hit
think
me?
the principal
Gonna
hit me? Man, you got life fucked up. So boom, so when he said it, I looked at him, I laughed at him, I said, you ain't hitting me.
Fact.
So he thought, oh, I'm Mr. World, I can hit you. Like, that's the rules. I'm gonna have to switch this rule. You ain't hitting me.
What grade that is you say?
Sixth grade.
I'm young motherfucker.
This is young, like, you ain't hitting me, like, now you crazy. So they called my father. But little did they know, calling my father saying some bullshit like this wasn't gonna go in their favor.
Right, y'all wanna hit my child?
So he said, what's going on? He said, investigator trying to interrogate every motherfucker she been close to me to try to get motherfuckers to fold. I keep it 100, nobody fold. So that was a good thing, but they also didn't fold off of knowing consequences came behind it.
What you mean?
You snitch.
Yeah, you know what time it is.
You know what time it is. And the thing was, back then, a lot of that was going into effect. Now niggas snitch and niggas out there getting money with them the next day when they come home. Like then it wasn't going on.
We ain't even gonna talk about it, man. They ain't even worthy to talk about, man. They ain't even worthy to talk about.
Now my spot's raided. They tried to kick in my spot on Dargan, made a mistake, kicked in my baby mother house, like idiots. Jody Lynch. In the mix of that, she go to another house on the south side.
So where you was at when the spot got ready? You was there?
I just left.
You got lucky.
I seen her, but she didn't see the car I was in because I always switch cars. I ain't a fancy person. I don't want rims.
So like,
I don't want system. I don't want that.
So like, let me ask you this because I know shit ain't happening like right now. Yeah, I know you're fast forwarding, but check this out though. Like, at what point you got hot to the point and these motherfuckers have to raise your shit?
Everywhere we went, we fought, shootouts.
So all that shit was just bringing a lot of heat.
That shit just started building up. That shit just building up.
That's never good for business.
No. I was getting all the money, so like fuck, I get locked up, I'm getting out. Like that's just my mentality at the time.
Yeah.
My mentality at the time. But fighting all that shit right there, I was facing 30. So they told me to plea to 30. I told them no, so I took it to trial. If anybody get online, Google it, in the middle of trial, my lawyer told me to take the deal. I fired my lawyer right before trial. I went to trial and defended myself.
And you won.
I won, yeah.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I defended myself, but it took me going to the library. I studied for damn near 6 months, non-stop, every day I studied. I locked in. If you ever seen the movie For Life, exactly what he did, I did it home.
Stop right there, man. Hold on. We're just gonna stop right there for a second. Because there's a lot of people right now that's in a situation where they might feel like their lawyer not on their side, and the lawyer might want them to take a deal. Brother, all you have to do is put in the time in the fucking library, get the knowledge you need, And if you gotta fucking take yourself to trial and fight that bitch like my man just did right here, he the living proof that it's possible. You understand what I'm saying? Because sometimes these lawyers, man, they just wanna throw your ass in there just to fucking another one in the books.
That's it.
You understand what I'm saying? But continue, brother.
So in the mix of that, I beat my trial. When I beat my trial, she couldn't get me for this right here because there's a loophole in every single case. A lot of people don't realize it. Like I told you earlier, they got me for conspiracy. But I'm the only one they charged with conspiracy. But until you study the law, the only way you can be charged with conspiracy is if 2 or more people conspire. So if 2 or more people conspire, why am I the only one charged? So because of that charge, that what made them go into the house. So now you raided my house off of a false charge. So if this charge is wrong, you wasn't supposed to go in the house. So now you find these guns in the house, you find the drugs in the house.
Shit.
You don't mean shit. We not home.
Right.
So now everything that you have, we not home. You wasn't supposed to charge me.
Out the window.
Who did you serve the warrant to? Like
Right.
all of that was like, boom. Then we find out the judge was her cousin, so she got it signed off by her cousin.
Go ahead, dude.
So that right there, but you want to know it until you learn how to study and learn how to find
That's a fact.
the details in the letters.
So like, hold on, because they might be like, alright, cool, but like, where do I start? Like, what to look at? Like, what are some of the books that you read?
Law libraries.
Law
There's
library.
a law library, and
Go into the law library.
whatever your charge is, you can look up your charge. It's a law. Like South Carolina criminal conspiracy may be different than Virginia criminal conspiracy. South Carolina might give you 10, they might give you 15. So you got to know once you cross them borders, things can happen differently. It's not the same. Like here, it's a self-defense state. It's not a self-defense state in Virginia. But it's just certain stuff like that. Like you can carry guns here. Jersey, you can't carry no guns.
Right.
But you gotta know this, and a lot of people just think they so street, but they dumb. So it came from that, but that was like my wake-up call. That was really like when I knew I had to get shit right. Like I knew like I died.
And it's crazy because you hate fucking reading, you hated English, so I knew that was
I hated English.
the hardest thing for you to was to
That
get
shit
into
was
them books.
I
And,
hate that
Fuck.
shit too.
That shit was hard as fuck. But the thing is, I'm better off self-taught. In class, I can listen, but I like teaching myself.
so like, while you was reading, you was like taking notes, like just.
Taking notes, marking it out, putting myself in situations, reading up on other cases with that same exact charge. How did they get off? What made them get off? How the lawyer found the defense. Like you gotta really study other cases because it's similarities in every case.
Right.
But you gotta find where it's at and how to defend it. Like nobody can tell you that you took a shit and you goddamn rubbed one knee. You know you rubbed that fucking knee. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wasn't there. They don't fucking know.
Right.
So if they tell you you took a shit, how you know I took a shit? What knee I rubbed? You know what I'm saying? Like it's certain shit like that. They gotta fucking tell you.
Right.
They fighting you. Don't give them the fucking answers. A lot of motherfuckers give the cops the fucking answers. They getting paid for free. That's their job. Let them do that shit. So it came from that right there, and just me beating that was probably like when I knew I had to change shit. I went through motherfuckers saying, Holla family man, Holla soft, Holla ain't doing this shit no more, but they didn't realize I had to see, like when I went to trial, my father ain't come to court. You feel what I'm saying? So let's say if I would have lost and I would have had to do 30, you ain't seeing me off. You know what I'm saying? So it's stuff like that. It was 5 friends inside this jailhouse. I ain't gonna say 5 friends inside court. It was my brother, my mother, my baby mother, my sister, and my homeboy. So that right there showed me I had 100 niggas on the streets I started taking care of. What was they when I was going to court? You get what I'm saying? When it was time to put the bail for me, they took my money. Only a select few came to help post bond. Some people thought you snitched. Like, how the fuck can you snitch when you post a bond?
Right.
Where's the paperwork? Like, a lot of people say people snitch without paperwork, so that shit right there went on. Long story short, I beat that shit. So after I beat that shit, I had to get my shit right. So I tried to work, went to school, I weld, I went for welding.
What you went to school for?
First it was welding. Nah. Let me back it up. I went to tech for dental hygiene.
Dental hygiene. So you want to be like a dentist?
I thought I did. I looked at the money. So I looked at the money. I'm like, yo, what is crooked teeth motherfucker doing in the dentist?
I got a back tooth for fucking
Shit, like, I'm inside this motherfucker. Like, I'm thinking about the money, but thinking about the fuck I'm doing trying to learn this shit. Like, so that's how I looked at it. So, motherfucker put in psychology. Now, I thought English was hard.
Trying to read motherfuckers' mind.
Yeah, so psychology that fucked me up. Nah, I flunked. Quick as hell. I ended up coming back. I said, fuck it, let me go to do welding. Fuck that shit. I'm gonna do welding. I tried that shit. I did welding. I got my certificate. I ended up going down to Charleston for a few. They sent us back. Then I went to Honda. And fucking burnt my damn foot with that fucking weld. I said, fuck this shit. I ain't want to do this shit no more. Fuck that. So I went for business management. So I got my business management association and shit like that.
Okay.
After I did that, Honda put me in the office across the street.
How many degrees you got, man?
4.
Damn.
So it was just learning and shit like that, but all that shit don't make sense. So
that's what's up, like.
so boom, so I go to the office and shit like that. Now I'm in the office, I get in good with the Japanese people. They taught me how to sell cell phones. I don't know if you remember when I was selling phones at the point. Alright, but now I'm selling phones. So I got iPhone 3s and 4s and shit like yeah, this shit. iPhone 4s, I got the 3s. I'm selling these bitches $150. Oh shit. I paid $50 for this bitch, $150. I got drugs, so now boom. Now I'm selling sneakers. So now I'm getting all the Jordans, but now
real sneakers?
Yeah, I'm getting a real sneakers because that's what I'm doing. I learned, I don't give a fuck what it is, everybody want money. So if you get a plug in the mall and they can get you some sneakers and you tell them, look, every sneaker you get me, I'm gonna give you 25. So this 09, I done caught on to it. People ain't catching on to it yet. So I'm giving them $25 per every shoe. And I'm selling the shoe for $300. I'm making $75 10 times in one day off a fucking release. Oh shit. Now I got that cell phone. Now I'm like, oh shit, I'm doing music. So now I'm getting better with the connects with music.
You gotta know how to move that money.
So I'm learning how to move it.
You gotta know how to move that money.
But now, I end up thinking, fuck it, let me go get a studio. So we get a studio on Irby Street. And my dumb ass met my second baby mother, and because she got a fat ass, my dumb ass
Poison.
That was poison, I swear to God.
Y'all know what time it is, man. We always get fucking trapped with the fat ass.
So I got trapped.
Yeah.
So boom, not only did I get trapped, that bitch ran me broke.
Woo! Been there, brother. Someone please call 911. I promise you. Been there.
Oh shit.
Been there.
So now I'm broke. She goddamn into all this flashy shit, so she cheating. I ain't got no proof.
They always stop fucking cheating when you go broke. When the money good, nigga, you get head every fucking night, bro. I'm telling you. I promise you, when the money good, you get pussy on demand. When you go broke, shit, that shit's a motherfucker. Yo, I gotta pay for fucking pussy. I gotta walk an extra. Get the fuck out of here, man. Everybody got time for that shit.
So boom, I'm broke. She cheating. I know she cheating, but I don't got no proof.
But mama ain't raised no fool. Mama ain't raised no motherfucking fool.
So boom, now it's getting crazy. Some niggas ain't gonna admit this shit. Now she got me, I'm head in, bitch. Nigga, I ain't cheating on you. I'm trying to be faithful with you, dumb ass. You out here cheating on me, so.
See, that's the reason why though. She cheated because your motherfucking ass was faithful.
There you go.
And she knew what she had.
So boom.
And they was gonna try you. They gonna see how far they gonna go.
I tried to not be casting over and shit, so boom. She fucking cheated. But like a dummy, now I ain't gonna say I was dumb, but like a dummy, what I did, I listened to my older brother. This nigga was like, yo, you should goddamn get a fucking investigator on that. Yo, spy on the phone or some shit. So like a dummy, my ass went online and I found this app called Spy app. It was a spy app that you could put on her phone. So when anybody texts her phone, call her phone, pictures get sent. So now
was going
you can see it. So I'm going through it. I'm going crazy. So I'm at work. My I'm working at goddamn Otis and shit, and my phone go to vibrate.
You see text messages
This
coming.
motherfucker texting the guy and shit, talking about some her period on, she can't give him no pussy. Like, whoa, what the fuck kind of shit is this? So I'm on the phone, but that's the proof I needed. So boom, then she threatened me with child support, cause now I'm out. So she ended up putting on.
So she already had the baby and everything. That's your baby mama.
She got 2 of them motherfuckers.
2 kids. Come
2
on.
motherfuckers. Goddamn, she shit me. So boom.
Man.
Oh yeah, nah, that shit crazy. So boom, she got me on child support. So at the time, I'm scared of child support. Cause bitch, I'm hustling.
Right.
If I go broke, I can't pay that shit.
I'm child support, but
That's the shit. Like so, boom. I get smarter. So what I ended up doing was, I had to leave her alone. I'm talking about she got me on back roads, chasing niggas down with guns and whips. Like I'm talking about we gonna do it.
Whoa.
Yeah, we gonna do it. We gonna do it. Like,
Hold on.
we gonna do it.
OG.
You must be fucking
What?
with Gemini.
Listen, this was a goddamn heist.
What happened? What happened?
Heist or some shit. So boom, I catch the bitch like. The bitch told me she went to the beach with her homegirl. So I said, I don't believe that bitch. So I hid in the bushes by her house where she can't see that shit in the
I
whip.
don't believe that, bitch.
Look, I swear to God. So boom. So I'm looking at her driveway. I see a car pull in. When the car pull in, I see her hop out. And I see the dude hop out. And the motherfucking dude go to hug her. I'm looking like, boy, that motherfucking stomach. What the fuck? So boom. I hop out the car.
You don't know what the fuck to think.
And I go to goddamn draw down. I'm running on her. But in the mix of me running on her, I'm running on her because I see a pocketbook. And the bitch has got an income tax. I'm like, bitch, you gonna goddamn pay for this shit. So I go to grab a pocketbook. Her phone.
You thinking about the income tax?
I'm thinking all the bullshit.
Well, that's crazy. You thinking about that money.
So she ran the house. She ran the house. Closed the damn door. She got some goddamn movie shit. My damn hands like, whoop, boom, dropped the pocketbook. So the mix of me dropping the damn pocketbook and shit, my strap in my damn coat.
Yeah.
I go to look, and the nigga sitting there just looking. Motherfucker, nigga ain't helping that ass. Nigga really just sitting there looking at her about to get fucked up. So that guy didn't even matter. Like, bitch, you about to goddamn fucking my bitch. And you ain't even helping the bitch. Like, you ain't make this shit interesting. So I draw down on him. I try to go. He back out. So he back out. He try to leave. I go hop in my whip. I'm chasing him down Wilson Road. I'm chasing him down Wilson Road. Then we ended up on Old Marion Highway. This motherfucker, his damn window broke, so he can't roll the window down and shit. So I'm gonna shoot the motherfucker. That shit's crazy though. But
It's crazy, like, man, y'all women don't. It's crazy, like how your freedom was on the line right there, bro. Your freedom was on the line right there.
And the thing is, my homies, they was warning about it. Like, and the thing is, my homies that was warning about me, they ain't no gang, they ain't no street shit. They was just like my work homies, like my friends.
Why would you want to put your child father in that type of situation? Why would you want to put anybody in that type of situation? I'm not saying everybody's perfect, man, because I ain't perfect. You know what I'm saying? Everybody done did something dirty before. Let me ask you, did you cheat on her?
Nah.
You never cheated on her?
Nah.
That's the one.
That's when it hurt
the most. That's when it hurt the most. I see why you went crazy. I see why you went crazy. And you being faithful.
I'm being faithful. I ain't got no pussy now. I ain't got no pussy. Like, I gotta go find this shit all over again. So boom. So after that shit right there, that shit really woke me the fuck up. Like, oh shit. But in the mix of me going,
you couldn't even say shit, bitch, we even. You couldn't
I couldn't say shit.
Because sometimes I tell you what, I try to get insurance. I try to fuck a bitch just in case. If that motherfucker say, if I catch that bitch, I can say, alright, bitch, we even. We even.
I couldn't say shit.
I gotta get my insurance first. Shit. I get mine in the early stage. So I can be like, yo, we was talking at that point, but I don't get mine 1, 2 in.
Look.
Yeah.
So I swear to God, my 4 kids, swear to God. Boom. We at the light. I don't know what the fuck it was to make my homeboy call me. He called me and said, what the fuck you doing? Yeah, well, like, what you doing? Like, but he wasn't saying, like, what the fuck you doing? Like, the situation, he didn't know what the fuck going on.
Yeah.
He asked me what the fuck I'm doing, like, some normal shit. I'm like, I'm about to kill this nigga. He like, what the fuck? What the fuck do I kill him for? So I
Stop right there. Man, we're gonna take a little break real quick. What's going on? It's your boy Cass, and we are back again with the continuation of OG Holla. And where we left off at, man, you was in a whole different state of mind.
I was at the red light with the motherfucker that I called my baby mother and shit like that. But my homeboy called me and basically saved the situation, talked me out of it. And in 5 seconds while he was talking, Buddy hit that left, cop was across the street, and it kind of threw me off, and I moved on from it. And that situation right there led me into really getting over her. That was like the final straw of all the bullshit she done did. But at the same time, it threw me into a depression. So by throwing me into a depression, I lost damn near, I'm gonna say about 76 pounds.
Damn.
Easy, like looked sick, like I had AIDS or some shit. She was
See, people don't understand, like, you we really go through some shit, man.
That's the first time I got my heart broke. I'm talking that nigga broke. I'm talking, I listen to all them oldies. I listen to all them motherfucking 90s hits. I swear to God, I did all that shit. I watched the Temptations movie. That shit like 3 hours long. I watched that bitch like every day.
Damn.
Like, that's how fucked up I was. They went outside, all kind of shit. But that shit, it fucked me up, but it fucked me up for the best. Because off of that situation, what I ended up doing was going to the unemployment office. I got right. I started talking to my homegirls. A lot of girls kind of, they kept me up to date as far as keeping me mentally stable, really fuck with me. My homeboys, they I'm doing fucked up shit, but not, nigga, I'm fucked up. Like, I'm fucked up. So instead of kicking me down, the girls was lifting me up while the niggas around me was really kicking me down. So now, in the mix of it, I'm broke. Shit, I got me running broke. I'm kicking in doors. I'm robbing shit. I'm flipping it. I'm doing bullshit just to try to get by. But mentally, I'm fucked up. So really, mental health is serious. Like, I wasn't in the right mind frame at that time. But the girls helped me get right. Talked to me about going to get unemployment. I went to go get unemployment, and I can't remember the lady's name, a little short white lady at the unemployment office in Florence. She talked me into getting my CDLs. And off getting my CDLs, she told me to go apply for food stamps. Like, what the fuck I need food stamps for? Like, nigga, I'm a gangster. I'm no fucking food stamps for. I'm not thinking.
For somebody who don't know, like, what's a CDL?
See, commercial driver license. Commercial driver license.
Drive a truck.
Drive 18 wheeler, semi-truck.
Okay.
So I went and got food stamps, and they gave me $7 a month. Now, when they gave it to me, they got me even pissed off even more. And I was like, yo, what the fuck I'm gonna do with $7? Like, they playing with me, like, what the fuck? So I'm thinking, food stamps, we got $7 a month. But I didn't know she didn't care about the $7 a month. All she was trying to do was get me to get approved for food stamps, because at the time, Obama was still president, and he had something called Snap Back to Work. So that Snap Back to Work allowed me to go get my CDLs for free because I had food stamps. So I would have never known this shit. So I went.
See, it's always loopholes.
It was loopholes for shit.
Always loopholes. You just gotta know.
Another thing, so I ended up going to Florida Dalton Tech to get my CDLs. It took me 4 weeks. In 4 weeks, I was broke as shit, on unemployment, getting like $233 a week. Driving back and forth to school, Monday through Friday. I got my CDL permit in 4 weeks, and I went from making $233 a week to making damn near $60,000 a year in 4 weeks. Now, like I told you, I read up on a lot of shit. RN that went to Florida Dalton Tech, she started off at $57 a year after she graduated, after she go to school for damn near 3 years. She started off at $57 a year. So she got a whole bunch of school loans. I went to school for 4 weeks for free, and I started off at $60,000. So why the fuck I'm gonna go back to school to be a dentist or any of that bullshit when now I see, oh shit, CDL with the shit at.
Pay attention, man.
So I got my CDLs, I got on the truck. My first load was to Seattle, Washington.
My cousin did the same thing too, man.
That shit,
I know family.
that shit changed my life. Like that, and that's really, that part right there, that's why I say it was a good thing and a bad thing, it all happened. Because that moment changed my life. Me going across country, I went through mountains, I met Amish people. I'm seeing white people that never seen a black person in their life. I'm seeing wild horses. I drove to the Grand Canyon. I'm doing all of this shit off of CDL, and I'm getting paid to do this shit. So I'm over there and I'm crossing the Golden State Bridge in an 18-wheeler. I'm driving through the Grand Canyon in an 18-wheeler. I'm going on a world tour, basically, like I'm going into the hood. Don't forget, I'm still gangbanging. So every state I'm going to, I'm calling up the homies I know in that state, like, yo, I'm here, pick me up on my 10-hour rest. So I'm still hitting the hoods in these other cities.
So being able to travel.
So boom, I'm doing this and I'm going around. So back here, everybody looking at it. I'm posting pictures where I want them to see I was at. They're looking like, yo, what the fuck you doing? This nigga in every state. But they don't realize, nigga, I'm driving trucks. But I don't want nobody to know I'm driving trucks because of my baby mother. So nobody know I'm driving trucks, because if she don't drive a truck, the first thing she's gonna do is want child support. So at that time, I'm hiding this shit. I'm hiding this shit. So